Well, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence. It looks as though we're going to have a great turnout, such has been the level of enthusiasm generated once the fixture was announced. There is still movement in the crowd, plenty of people yet to take their seats. The roads outside very, very busy, particularly around this time of day. We have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And so, the national anthems. That was impressive. Match that. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Riyad Mahrez. He's one of the best dribblers around, Peter, with such delicate, close control and wonderful balance. He could finish with the best of them too, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him score a few cracking individual efforts for this team. He loves to move in from that right flank and unleash with his left foot.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. There's the whistle, and here we go. Now it's Belfodil. A real chance if he can get through. Atal. Great run on the overlap here. Traore. Oh, can he get onto this? Bensebaini moved forward and quickly so. And the keeper's got it again. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Atal. And that is played back to front. Tapsoba. Gently done. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Oh, easy pickings there. And he's found a way past. He's had a hit! It's a goal!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Algeria break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. And nicely intercepted. Mondi up towards the front line. This is promising, and he's had it nicked away. Traore, and the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. To this towering header. Now, could fall kindly.
These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
that's well seen too. Sends it forward. Kabore. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's Mahrez. Gets his pass away. Now it's Brahimi. Tries to get it clear. Oh, that's a key interception. Moved on forwards. And the pass is intercepted. And it's played forward. Belfodil. Forwards and with intent. No, that's been intercepted. Belfodil chasing after it. Boudaoui. And it's lofted through here. Nice interception, well timed. And the counter is on. Shifted upfield. Oh, that's well spotted. Belfodil. Traore. Oh, that is a nice touch. Played out towards the right wing. That's tidy. Boudaoui. That's going to go a long way. And that's been won straight back. Oh, it's opened up for him. Well, he is the type of character who rises to this sort of challenge, and he will be back for more. That looks a cracking ball. Nice control. Look at the space here. Mahrez. Boudaoui. And it's Mahrez. Algeria have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
Well, they've gained the upper hand for a number of reasons, and they have every reason to kick on now.
Forwards and with intent. It's just beyond his reach. Mondi plays it from a quarterback position. Moved forward and quickly so. Calmly anticipates. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Now there's a fine ball. Well, that's an excellent interception. And they can counter here. Boudaoui looking for the runner. And that's put paid to a promising move. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Belfodil. Now it's Mahrez! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. It's run loose, who's going to get there? Clears it out of harm's way. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Away from immediate danger. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Gets his head to it! He will be livid with himself. Atal. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Baini. Played into the middle. And out it comes again. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Danger averted for now. Traore. Interesting ball. Could move up a gear here. He's left his man. Traore! No, he's missed it.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Dudawi sends it forward. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Looks to bypass the midfield. Now it's Brahimi. Belfodil. Belfodil! He's got away with one there. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Traore.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Defending of the desperate variety. Nicked it back promptly. Just eases him off the ball. Gets away from his opponent. That is lovely. Traore plays it in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Kabore. Traore. And it's Traore. Fires it in low. that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Traore. Gently done. Knocks it away. Atal. Shots on here. Now it's Mahrez. Crosses it in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Oh, can he get onto this? And he cuts out the supply. Moved on forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. Goes direct to the front line. Atal. And here's Mahrez. Cross goes in there. Gets good distance on it. There could be trouble here. And it's played forward. Oh, good spread. Cabore. Oh, it's played into the area. Shifted upfield. Now it's Belfodil. That's been drilled forward. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Played back into the centre. Passing nice and neat. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Going for goal! And it's Traore, looking for options for movement. That looks a good ball. We get a throw in. The referee's awarded a free kick. That is a great ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Goes forward. Atal, driven forward, looking to break out here. Oh, nice touch. Decent ball. Up to meet it! Oh, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Plays it forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Traore. Passes short and sharp. Has a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Bentabaini, gently done. That has been cut short. Looking to hit the front line. Forwards and with intent. Now it's Mahrez. Belfodil. Spread out to the left. That's good play. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. And here's the chance to counter. Moved forward and quickly so. Sends it forward. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Atal, played forward. Moved on forwards. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well read, nice interception. He's gone direct here. That's been cut out, well played. There's a sharp little ball here. And Mahrez! And he's in on Belfodil!
It's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Algeria sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Benacer. Now it's Belfodil. Oh, can he get onto this? Cabore.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
There's the shot! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
He's going for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Moved forward and quickly so. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Traore. Belfodil. And now the breakaway. Atal. Traore. A real chance to break. No, that's been intercepted. Belfodil, now he's off and running. Tapsoba. Played in with accuracy. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And it's Traore. Real chance! Mahrez. He's through here. Well, they could break here. And he's on his way. It's Brahimi! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Played up towards the front line. And that is played back to front. Oh, that's well spotted. Kabore. Forwards and with intent. Mandy attempts a clearance. Played back in. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter. Algeria have got away with it this time, but I think if they carry on giving away free kicks in positions like that, I think they'll be made to pay. They've got to be very careful. Just a little more discipline is called for.
Tapsoba. Plays it forward. Boudaoui. And it's played forward. Boudaoui. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And that has been cleared. Boudaoui. Benacer. And here's Brahimi. Tries a shot! Same again, same outcome.
Algeria really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Only partially clear. Budawi. Tries to dink it in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Good spot, he's seen the run. Oh, that's a key interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Shifted upfield. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well, there's the clearance. Looking here to chip it through. And that is a little undercooked. Over to the other side. Well timed, excellent interception. Sends it forward. Stood up well to him there. Kabore. Mandi tries to clear. Bensebaini goes direct to the front line. That's been drilled forward. Bensebaini. Belfodil is onto it in a flash. Gently done. Belfodil is offering an apologetic gesture of sorts.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Driven forward. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Brahimi. He's found a way past. Now it's Belfodil. Belfodil! And it's there! And surely that settles it.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Calmly anticipates. Mondi. Belfodil is being picked on here.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Traore. Turns back here, probably the best option. Forwards and with intent. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Played forward. Looks to bypass the midfield. Nice physical challenge. Shifted upfield. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Plays it from a quarterback position. And that has been cleared. He's found a way through. Great chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mandi gets it away. Goes forward. Traore. There's the hit! Now that was quite some save.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Tries to get it clear. Algeria can counter promptly here. Pinches it off him. Benacer. Up towards the front line. Threads one in. Oh, played through for the wide man. Lovely bit of skill. Gets the shot away! Played out to the left flank. Driving forward. He's got away. Goalkeeper's ball. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Fiddles it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's a clever-looking ball. Moved forward and quickly so. The pass has gone astray. Looking to hit the front line. Sends it forward. And that's been levered clear. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Threads one in. That was very necessary. And that's aimed into the middle. Over to the left. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Bensebaini, who's set up one goal so far. And the defence can get it clear. Mondi. Moved on forwards.
Belfodil really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's played forward. Cabore, forwards and with intent. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Mahrez. Now it's Mahrez. Atal. Now here's the delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. Bensebaini. Oh, sweet feet. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Brahimi. Algeria finding their passes. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. They've managed to get it away. And he's heaved it away. Well, they've got it again. Sends it forward. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Throw it. Traore attempts a clearance. Now it's Brahimi. Boudaoui. Muscular approach does pay off here. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he should have made it 4. And now they can spring out of defence. Now that's well seen too. Move forward and quickly so. And he just whacks it away. Gently done. Out to the right. Back towards the middle. He's had it taken off him. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Mahrez. Traore. Out to the left it goes. In towards, goes in for the header! He's scored! And they are right back within touch! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? And that is played back to front. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. There won't be another chance after this one. And he's there to get it away. Looks to bypass the midfield. Shifted upfield. Knocks it away. Now it's Mahrez. It's a good foot in there. Atal. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Ball swung in. Showing good feet. Brahimi delivers. He's had a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Played out to the right. Challenge just a bit on the firm's... Oh, shooting chance! And that may well be that. That is that. So that's got things underway. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Belfodil. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. And it's Traore. Played over towards the opposite flank. Knocks it out wide. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's going for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And out to safety. And here's Traore. Out to the left it goes. That's a good run down the left. Now it's Belfodil. Mahrez. Showing good feet. He's shooting! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Cabore. Traore. Cabore. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Shifted upfield. Belfodil. That looks a cracking ball. Can he finish? Goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Algeria break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Played out wide. Now here's the delivery, and the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Benacer, long ball looking to counter. Well, that is one way to stop him. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Defence has got rid of that. Good running, strong and purposeful. And now the breakaway. Played out to the left flank.
Footballing with usually
Massive leap! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a good foot in there. Belfodil. And he's there to clear it. And it's been taken straight back. And a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Now the counter. And it's Brahimi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Good read, needed to be. Moved forward and quickly so. Mandy cuts it out. Oh, can he get onto this? And that is played back to front. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Into Baini. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Turns back here, probably the best option. Played in with accuracy. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. He's shifting through the gears here. That is lovely. He's having a go. Moved on forwards. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Algeria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Can he latch on to this? That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, nice touch. And it's played in here. Knocks it away. In towards, great leap! No, he's got that completely wrong.
I think he deserves credit for getting something away, given that he had to contend with a double dose of closing down.
Soba, that's been drilled forward. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Oh, that's a key interception. Sends it forward.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Forwards and with intent. Defending of the desperate variety. And that has been cleared. It's gone out for a throw-in. He's tried one! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Now it's Brahimi. Benacer. Belfodil. And the shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
And it's played forward. Cleared without complication. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Oh, that's well spotted. Cabore. Gently done. And it's hoisted clear. Played forward. Belfodil is onto it in a flash. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Plays it forward. And he's picked out the run. Oh, he tries a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Aimed in towards the centre. It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. And here's Mahrez. Out towards the flank. That was always going to be the keepers. Traore. Shifted upfield. Good spot, he's seen the run. And that has been clubbed away, and that's been won straight back. He's found a way past, hit into the middle.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Plays it from a quarterback position. Well timed, excellent interception. Belfodil is offering an apologetic gesture of sorts.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Traore. Look at the space here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Brahimi. Belfodil. Promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Looks to bypass the midfield. Forwards and with intent. Threads one in. Oh, great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Danger averted for now. Out to the right. Cross goes in there. Keeper's dealt with that. Boudaoui. Goes direct to the front line. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That's been cut out, well played. Now then, the ball's come loose. Played back into the centre. Atal. Boudaoui. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Played out towards the right wing. And that's been levered clear. Played back in. Goes forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, nicely intercepted. Moved forward and quickly so. Defending of the desperate variety. Gets it back. Traore. Sends it forward. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Bensebaini calmly anticipates. Benacer moved on forwards. Opts for safety. Tabsoba, and it's played forward. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Atal. Moved forward and quickly so. Now that's well seen too. Driven forward. Looking for the runner. Up towards the front line. And he cuts out the supply. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Atal. And he's gone looking for safety. Forwards and with intent. Chooses to go cross-field. And we hit half-time. A pretty decent watch this. and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's 1 each. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. Kabore. And it's Traore. Shifted upfield. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nice physical challenge.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Tapsoba sends it forward. That has been cut short. Moved on forwards. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Cleared away. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well for deal. There really wasn't very much in that. Not far away from being a telling final ball.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, Red, nice interception. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Kabore. And it's Traore. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Looking to hit the front line. Gently done. Traore. Oh, good spread. Boudaoui. And Benacer moved forward, and quickly so. Bensebaini. Boudaoui. Mahrez, a scorer already in the game. Played out to the right. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, it's played into the area. Goalkeeper's ball. Traore. And it's hoisted clear. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Shifted upfield, and that has left him in a heap. Plays it forward. Oh, that's well spotted. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's a key interception. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Played in with accuracy. And he's forced to go back. It's a quick ball upfield. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Kabore sends it forward. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning.
We all love a trier, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Mondi, driven forward. Foot in. Moved on forwards. That's been cut out, well played. And he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And here's Mahrez. Over to the left. Played back in. And he's there to get it away. Great defending, strong and determined. No, that's been intercepted. Forwards and with intent. Traore. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Traore! He has done it! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
He's played it long. Mandy cuts it out. Belfodil is herring after that one.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Traore, out to the right. That's very neat. And they can counter here. Belfodil. Brahimi. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's played forward. It's a good spell of possession, this. Spread out to the left, and that's aimed into the middle. He can get that clear.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Chance to finish. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Up towards the front line. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That has been cut short. And that is played back to front. Budawi, Bensebaini, and he just whacks it away. Forwards and with intent. Tapsoba, move forward and quickly so. A real chance and a real let-off.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Traore. And it's Traore. Kabore. And he's heaved it away. Out for a throw. Traore. Oh, that's nice. Played out towards the right wing. He is just caressing the ball. He's had a hit!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
This is promising. And that was very necessary. Nicked it back promptly. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Passing nice and neat. Bensebaini gets rid without sophistication. Mandy gets good distance on it. Shifted upfield. Away from immediate danger. And it's Traore. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Well read, nice interception. And the keeper's got it again. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Benacer. Bensebaini. And Budawi sends it forward. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Algeria really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, good spread. Traore plays it in.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Gently done.
Algeria really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Dinks one through. No, it's not getting there. Atal. Moved on forwards. Into the box. Pinged towards the front line. Looking to break out here. Played out towards the right wing. Traore. In comes the cross. And through to the goalkeeper. Mondi. Belfodil looks to get on the end of this. Plays it from a quarterback position. Oh, good ball. Now it's Mahrez. Played into the middle.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Move forward, and quickly so. He's a sharp little ball here. There's the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's played forward. Picked out, has a go! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Cleared away.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Played towards the front line. Nice control. Bensebaini with the clearance. Back in possession and ready to go again. Cross goes in there. He's gone for goal! Oh, that is rather wayward. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Tapsoba, that's been drilled forward, calmly anticipates. Played forward. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Oh, can he get onto this? Traore.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Forwards and with intent. Gets his pass away. Mahrez. Out to the left it goes. Brahimi. Budawi. Over to the left. Now here's the delivery. Traore is there and he can get that clear. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, the ball's run loose and the follow-up. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
All square again into the dying minutes. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time. Well, we are already up and running again. Algeria did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the two teams, at least psychologically. Traore, played out to the left flank. That's good play. Well, he is the type of character who rises to this sort of challenge, and he will be back for more. Mandy is there to heave it away. Nicely intercepted.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He is through here. Oh, that's a fine interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. Traore plays it in. And the counter is on. Mahrez is effectively being marked out of the game here.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Bensebaini is fouled. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Decent enough try.
Mahrez certainly could have and should have made more of that.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, they could break here. Gently done. Shifted upfield. And it's Mahrez. Oh, it's come loose. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Now who's going to be first to this? Mahrez delivers.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
It's run loose here. And he's there to clear it. Chance to break. Now it's Traore. No, he's not getting his way this time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Sends it forward, and he cuts out the supply. And they've got a throw. Brahimi fiddles it through. Boudaoui is wide and looking to get onto this. Very nicely done. And the shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Traoré. Shot could be on. That's tidy. Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's going to go a long way. Oh dear, less said about that pass, the better. Mondi. Gently done. Pinches it off him. Spread out to the left. And that has been cleared. Extra time reaches half-time. Yeah, it is coming down to those last 15 minutes. A truly attritional affair that has reduced both teams to near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team? And the action has already restarted. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Brahimi opts for safety. Mondi shifted upfield. Boudaoui. Ball swung in. And a header! Oh, should have put that away. Baini moved on forwards. Brahimi. Boudaoui. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Baini tries to get it clear. And here's Brahimi. Oh, there's the hit! Oh, that's neat. Atal. Oh, strongly challenged there.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And it's played forward. That's a throw. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Boudaoui. Forwards and with intent. Lovely bit of skill. Chance to shoot! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. He's going to be disappointed with that. He's fizzed it forward. So what can they make of this? Baini. Now that's well seen too. Out to the right. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Traore. Oh, super ball. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. No, that's been easily repelled. And it's Morris.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Morris. Moved forward and quickly so.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Atal.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Midfield chasing after it. Clearly not happy with that.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Atal. Now it's Morris. A real chance to break. Interesting ball. Ah, such a clever touch. There's the shot! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it!
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And that is it. The referee has seen enough.